Hi, this is David Davis from ActualTech Media. We're live here at VMworld 2016 in Las Vegas, and I'm excited to be joined by Mr. Laz Vekiarides, who's the CTO and co-founder of ClearSky Data. How you doing, Laz?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me here.
I'm great. Yeah, thanks for being on. So, here at VMworld, everybody's talking about cloud and storage, hot topics every year at VMworld. Sure. And I've been learning about ClearSky Data now. Really, it's been since last VMworld.
That's right.
When I first learned about what you all are doing, and I found it really fascinating how, so many companies, they have enterprise storage challenges, locally. It's costly, it's expensive, it has to be continually replaced and upgraded and maintained, and then so people talk about cloud, let's move our storage to the cloud, or let's put some storage in the cloud, but then there's a lot of concerns with that, it's not enterprise grade, and what attracts them really is the economic model, of the cloud, but it doesn't have the enterprise functionality Sure. they need. So what struck me really about ClearSky Data is that you guys are doing something really unique, something that's kind of in between the two. So why don't you tell us a little bit about ClearSky Data and what makes you also so unique in the industry?
Sure. So what we built is what we're calling a global storage network. It's run out of metro area points of presence in large cities. So today, one of the things that we're talking about, actually most recently, is our two new locations. So we're in Ashburn, Virginia, and New York most recently. We've been in Boston and Las Vegas for some time. When we launched last year, we started out there. And in those metro points of presence, we actually interconnect with customers' data centers with our own private network. And we provide them a very, very high level of performance and service for primary storage. Not something that you get over the internet with the public cloud. So we can produce very, very heavy IOPS, very, very low latencies. We're sub-millisecond inside of these metro areas. So you get pretty much close to a flash-like performance. And then you have a lot of other benefits as well. So you mentioned the economic model. That's very important to our customers. It's basically on-demand storage. So rather than buying huge chunks of storage capacity that you're not going to use for years, you just pay us for what you're using. So every byte that you write, you get billed for at the end of the month. Much more efficient model to acquire and use data storage. And so just from that, there's substantial cost savings, not to mention the operational savings that you alluded to earlier, where you don't have all this gear. So it's a very unique model. As I said, we have the benefits of an economic model of cloud storage. You have infinite capacity, scalability, but we also have high availability, high performance, and we also have a very, very tight security story around the data. So we make sure that you have all of the things you're used to with the on-prem stuff, but we provide it to you as a service. Best of both worlds.
Very nice, very nice. So people are attracted to the economic model, that they don't want to buy. What I've seen with enterprise storage typically is there's the kind of the 3-year, hopefully break-even point where you're not actually using the capacity and everything you bought until at least 3 years in. So from the CFO's perspective, it's a really bad investment. Exactly. You buy way too much ahead of time, and you hope that you use it all. So you guys have the attractiveness of this cloud-based economic model, infinite scalability. That's
well, and the cloud hasn't run out of space yet.
right. And so I guess the immediate concern from some storage admins or data center admins out there might be, hey, I don't want to, my data, I need to protect it and keep it local. So what's out there? What do you guys offer to comfort them in that sense? Is there a local hardware appliance? Is there caching?
Sure is.
And once the data is in the cloud, how protected is it?
Well, so there is an edge appliance.
Okay.
It's one that we provide, and it's a highly available caching appliance. It's all flash, so you get your performance really from all that compute and horsepower that you have there, plus all the flash. And the compute is actually required for us to do the encryption. So we have a very, very comprehensive security strategy, which includes TPM technology on the edge. So we do all the key management with the keys in the customer's premises, so they have control, physical control of the keys. Data is always leaving that device encrypted with the keys that are physically only present in that edge. And so As data is flowing through our network, we don't physically have the means to decrypt it, and neither does anybody else. So we also have full encryption of the line. So even though it's a private network, it's not the internet, we still use TLS encryption on all the wires. We still use other encryption and two-factor authentication strategies between all the entities in the network. And we have a very, very, very tight, almost paranoid security mindset inside of the company. And so I think most people, when they start to see what we're doing, they get really comfortable with it. In many cases, we're far more comprehensive than even they are. And we're doing our best to get certifications. So that's certainly something that is on our roadmap, and we expect to have news about that during the next 12 months or so about our first certification efforts. So that's one of the things. We also talked about protection. I mean, the other thing that we offer is the protection of the cloud and the protection of physically having your data in more than one location and having full access to it in multiple locations. And this is actually an additional capability that many customers don't have today. Being able to be synchronously replicated like we have in a metro area, that's a very expensive technology proposition, and we provide that more or less as part of our service. So if you have multiple data centers, you can have access to your data from those multiple data centers. You can move workloads back and forth. So disaster recovery is very, very simple. There's not much storage planning that needs to be done. You just press a button on our UI. We also have the ability to leverage the cloud. So you heard a lot about this mobility thing this week at VMworld. That was sort of a surprise to us. That suddenly data mobility is important. So we've been talking about this, as you know, you probably heard about this last year. I mean, we've been talking about this with Ellen since way back when we first started the company, that this is important. It's nice to see that the world actually agrees with us finally. But we have that today, and we can do it much more efficiently than anybody out there in terms of moving data, in terms of making things available on demand quickly. There is no delay, there are no copies delays or anything like that when you want to move a workload from one location to another or view your data in the cloud. It's all instantaneous for us. So I think this is very relevant also to the cloud world.
Absolutely. So, I mean, storage admins and data center admins out there, they struggle with storage performance, with capacity, with security, disaster recovery, costs.
Sure.
And so it sounds like you all are solving really all of those challenges with your solution.
Yeah, you have to think about, in the cloud world, what does data management and storage management mean? And we think we have a pretty good idea of what it means. It's definitely not a whole bunch of boxes sitting in racks. and we think our approach is very unique, and it fills the needs of a hybrid cloud world, which is, as you heard the show this week, that's where we're heading, and that's where we're going to be for a long, long time. I think permanently in many scenarios.
Very nice. So what's new in ClearSky Data? What's great about your latest release? What have you guys been doing that's new?
So we're really proud to have announced our second major release in a year, and so as a startup we could do that, and so it's it really feels good to be able to crow about that a little bit. The big new feature was Fiber Channel. So having Fiber Channel connectivity in the enterprise is a must. I think we ended up doing it much more quickly and sooner than most companies of our size and age. We are very unique, I believe, in cloud-connected Fiber Channel, and it serves a need. Most enterprise data, as you know, is sitting inside of Fiber Channel SANs, and those aren't going away anytime soon. So we're able to let customers leverage that existing investment in Fiber Channel, the switching, HBAs, all the additional hardware and management. We just slide right in and let them take advantage of the cloud model for data storage.
Very cool. I mean, I know many storage admins, they won't let go of that Fiber Channel, infrastructure anytime soon. Yeah, they don't want to. And the idea of just, hey, let's put our data in the cloud is very scary to them. So you guys come in and provide it really infinite, high performance, secure Fiber Channel storage to them. Very nice, very nice. Well, so for more information, what should people do? Do you all recommend a proof of concept?
Yes. So we're happy to run proof of concepts in any of the data center ecosystems where we operate. We have a partnership with Digital Realty and Telex, but we're pretty much all of the big, huge interconnected data centers. So if you have facilities anywhere in Boston, New York, or Ashburn, Virginia, or Las Vegas, just reach out to us on our website. Okay. We'd love to schedule a proof of concept and talk to you about the economic advantages of our service.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. Well, thanks so much for your time today, Laz.
No, thanks for having me, as I said.